Good morning. I'm Jay Cleveland Payne. This is Monday, February 21, 2022. Scales are sometimes unbalanced, and you bear the weight of all that has to be. I hope you can see that you can lean on me, and together we can calm a stormy sea. This is things you might have heard for this day, Monday, February 21st, 2022. And on a Monday, we do two special things. Number one, we welcome in an extra special audience. All the folks on my main J Cleveland Payne feeds get a chance to play along with the things you might not have heard theme going on and get some extra information, extra news stories. And two, we stretch it from just 24 hours to 4 full days. So these will be stories, headlines that reach from all the way past Friday until early this morning when we cut it off at 5 in the morning, my time, 5 a.m. Central, to give you five news stories you can chat about while you're out and about with your folks. So enjoy. Let me know what you think about it. And if you have any comments or questions, just reply back to whatever video source you're going on. And let me know if you're watching this live, brand new, fresh, right before 6 a.m. on a Monday morning, or if you're checking out the replay. I know it takes a while for the replay to populate. It's a YouTube thing, so it is what it is. We also like to remind you that you can help support these efforts if you already like it, or when you find you like it, because I know you like it, by going to the website buymeacoffee.com/J Cleveland Payne. That's buymeacoffee.com/J Cleveland Payne. Yes, it's crass to ask for money up front, but we're not above any scruples. Braces and candy cost a lot. Let's just go for that. So today, taking in a cup of black tea, simple black tea, to keep things going, keep things lubricated, keep things warm, and keep things going, to get you into some news stories so you kind of know what happened over the weekend, and it's a little bit of context as well. So let's start off with the first story for this morning, and that is this one. Ukraine crisis, CNN reporter abruptly stops live TV report during Russian-backed shelling. Express.co.uk is our source of this one, so it came from overseas. The Brits gave us this one from their newspaper, and this is an ongoing story that we know about. Now, as I'm preparing for this morning, we have new headlines that basically says that Russia is, moments away from pulling the trigger. There's about 75% of the Russian troops, like all the troops, right there on the border, ready to invade. What's going on, and what has been going on in pretty much perpetuity for forever, for the longest time, is that there is little skirmishes back and forth at the border. And CNN reporter our Derwin was doing a live shot, as she does. I'm sorry, Clarissa Ward was doing a live shot, as she does, from war zones. And these, I mean, people do war zone commentary are badass, and you don't want to get in their way and don't want to mess with them. So she's doing a live hit from a base on the border, a outpost on the border, and all of a sudden the guys are like, yeah, cut that. We got a duck. We're being shelled. We saw something recently, fairly recently, over the summer, I believe, in Israel, when they were having active shelling going there, where there was a reporter who was reporting live for CNN, and then all of a sudden the air raid sirens went on, and the basically the force was like, yeah, cut that stuff, go get in cover, we're about to be shelled. And they were shelled fairly close in the area. Why this only happens to CNN, there may be conspiracy theories about why CNN covers this stuff so much and why these things happen in front of their cameras, but it's a real deal what's going on. Ukraine is going to affect all of us, whether we have friends, family members, folks that we know in the military, whether we just like to buy things at regular general prices. If we go to war, we go to war. If we have to deal with this thing for a prolonged period of times, it's going to cost us time, energy, and money. So do not sleep on the Ukraine crisis. It may be very, very far away, but it's going to hit close to home a lot sooner than you think. Also, Kim Potter, who killed Dante Wright, is sentenced to 24 months fine on manslaughter convictions. ABCnews.go.com is our source of this one. This went down as breaking news, and everybody covered it. Because, and we'll go explain later about how we do the how we get the stories in line for you to choose for, or we choose from you. This took about 40 minutes to actually get out there for people to see. So we missed a little bit of the breaking news juice, but many people jumped on this one. And the biggest thing is there's a lot of questions on Kim Potter and the big overarching why. There's the why is the judge crying with Kim Potter in this courtroom, which freaked a lot of people out. There is why is she only getting 24 months for killing a person with just basic stupid police work, which is one there as well. Dante Wright's mother basically called this a travesty of justice. A lot of people are not very happy with this outcome, and I spoke with people on this one basically as it came down, and because I guess I was just tired in the day or weary of this verdict, whatever. I just could not get into this one. I could not fall in line with what was going on here. The Kim Potter story is just another very bad policing story, but it just went to bonkers level with what happened. You can feel for Kim Potter. I mean, we don't believe that she has a racist intentions or just be malicious at all, just in general. But she made a serious mistake, and many people don't believe this will make up for it. We shall see going forward. Excuse me. Story number 3: Juwan Howard throws punch after Michigan lost to Wisconsin. USAToday.com is our source on this one. And this one also got a lot of live love, got a lot of live sort of fire, if you will, going on. And this is something that, unless you're a real basketball nut or you're following and be prepared for March Madness right now, this is one that probably would have missed you, except for some little scattered shots of what's going on because of what it reverberates in the sports world. Number one, Juwan Howard is the head coach of Michigan. Juwan Howard, famous for being part of the Fab Five back in the day, the 5 freshmen that played for Michigan that almost won a national championship. Sorry, Chris Webber. And the big distinction is that they all basically went off that year to go to the league, to go to the pros, and only one of them, and one of them as basically the super backup, actually got a championship. They all found their way to TV or whatnot. Juwan Howard found his way back to Michigan to be a coach. Some people do that. And right now, because of the loss, they're going to Wisconsin. Juwan Howard throws a punch at assistant coach of Wisconsin. Right now, people are calling for his head. They want him taken down. They want him suspended for the rest of the season, which is literally only like a couple more weeks. But we're going to see how that plays out. If you're a big basketball head and remember the 5-4, you remember Howard in his prime and his time in the league. Not quite his prime. He did not have one of the stellar careers of the people that played on that basketball team as a freshman in Michigan and went on to play in the NFL. I keep saying NFL, NBA. But you can see this could be an issue where coaches going after coaches is not quite a pretty thing. The next story that we have up right now is this one. Brad Pitt sues Angelina Jolie over sale of the winery where they got married. LATimes.com source of this one. And yes, that crazy couple keeps coming back and forth for more and more turmoil. I mean, they share lots of kids. They share lots of memories. They shared the ownership of the winery where they were married. And Jolie just sold it from underneath them. That's just it. Just petty exes being petty for the most part. Now, there's probably deeper issues into it. There probably was no need for the winery. So Jolie figured, let's get it off the portfolio. But she could have ask Brad if he wanted it or if he needed it, if he was like, if they were time sharing it or something. But this is lifestyles of the rich and famous and how these people are not like us. Literally a winery that was just sort of not thought about in the Jolie family because she's, got all those kids to take care of, got sold out as part of the property. And Brad Pitt, the ex-husband, is a little miffed that it got sold without his knowledge. It is what that is. Let's talk real quick about Bear Mattress. If you stop by, this is the conversationproject.com/Bear Mattress. You can help support us and, oddly enough, support yourself with the best night's sleep you've had in a long time. Bear Mattress offers a great mattress, actually 3 different types of great mattresses for your sleep style. And along with a mattress, they've got sheets and pillows and all the other things you want for a great night's sleep. Check them out. Go to their website and you visit us via us. This is conversationproject.com/Bear Mattress. It's an affiliate link and you will get a great deal. You'll see no extra charge off you, but we get a little bit from bringing you to the store. And not only do you bring you to the store and you don't have to actually go to a mattress store, you get to spend 365 nights on a beautiful mattress. And if you don't like it at 365, you can send it back. But guess what? You're not sending it back. You're falling in love. And this mattress is going to be with you forever or until you get your next mattress. So check them out at thisistheconversationproject.com/Bear Mattress. As I said, this is an affiliate link. So we get a little bit from you buying this, but it costs you nothing extra except for the joy of a great night's sleep. How about that? Final story for today, or for the weekend, should say, that you may want to talk about is Cardi B, as she claps back at Candace Owens for saying it's, quote, incredible how uneducated she is, unquote. Complex.com pulled this down, and we pulled it from them, and you guys took a liking to it. I'm not sure if it's because it was Candace Owen running her mouth or Cardi B showed and shutting that mouth up, but we get a lot of love for those two ladies. Now, this started out as the typical thing does with Candace Owen. Candace Owens on the Twitter, on the social media, just spotting off random and stuff at folks. And this attack at Cardi B was seemingly pretty random. I'm not sure what exactly it was that actually put the bee in her bonnet, but that happened. And of course, Cardi B came back pretty quickly with yo, 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 no. Now, every time Candace Owen pops up, I want to just say, I just want to, wonder who actually, hurt her, and does she need a hug, or what's going on? Because it's hard to explain what's going on in Candace's life. Someone asked me once, as a open, black conservative person, and they kind of rattled off a couple different people as, what do you think about him? And Candace Owens always seems to be more than a little bit fake. She seems like she's playing this for a role. Other than, being mad at black liberals because she's a black conservative, she really has no stick in the game, and it just doesn't make any sense. Both the stuff she's saying does not make any sense, including this random attack at Cardi B, just calling her stupid just because she had nothing better to do on a Twitter account. I'm not sure where this one came from. This one is not going to be adding to the pantheon of the beefing that they actually have back and forth. This is not even a fair beef, to be honest, not even putting anything out there. But we still have the story of Candace Owens trying to be relevant, and Cardi B reminding her that she's not really all that relevant. One quick jaunt into the world of the future. This story posting right about now, I believe, on our feed. So after you get off of here, you can go check it out here. And this is one that's going to have all the old heads my age going back to look to their car and look for quarters. Right now, or sometime yesterday, it was announced that Capcom is going to come out with a Street Fighter 6. Now, what does that mean? The Street Fighter 2 game, going way, way back to the old arcades, and actually the original Street Fighter, which was a scrolling game, and then Street Fighter 2 was the king of fighting games back in the arcade, has had some fairly not so typical releases that have been sequels. I mean, there's Street Fighter 3, the Tournament Edition is basically going backwards, and they've had some additions for other gaming platforms now that no one goes arcades anymore. Capcom is now saying they're going back to the hype of the old. They're getting into nostalgia, and they're going to bring in a numbered new Street Fighter, brand new Street Fighter, not a refresh, not a redo, not just bringing old characters with new skins. This is going to be something that for all us old heads who still play video games will be cool. This will be something that, the kids were like, wait a minute, there were 5 of these? How bad were they? And then they'll see how bad Street Fighter, the original, was, and they'll laugh at us like they do everything else. You should see what my kids think about Metroid. It's just brutal. But Street Fighter 6 coming soon to a console near you. You can check that out. What you can also check out is things at our website, our main website, and that is found at thisisaconversationproject.com, where you can find information about the Conversation Project, what we're doing, how we've been doing it for so long, and some of the other just sort of weird things around the world, news-wise, commentary-wise, just getting into that. The purpose is to find the most conversational news stories to talk about and find people to talk with them, and various iterations, various formats. Hopefully you love them. Maybe you hated them. You can check them out and get more details about what we do behind the scenes and more or less in front of the camera at thisisaconversationproject.com. Also, buymeacoffee.com/JCleanPayne. Bring it up again because I can always use coffee. I can always use more cash. That's a great way that you can help support the effort for things you might not have heard, the Conversation Project, and other things that I do within the more better media landscape by going to buymeacoffee.com/JCleanPayne. For the cost of a cup of coffee, you can help keep the show on the air, on the internet, so however you want to say that. And quick sip for hydration. Always important. If you follow us on Facebook and Twitter, you can be a part of the scenes by actually helping us pick the stories. Facebook.com/thisistheconversationproject and Twitter.com/th_conversation. What happens is every 50 minutes, we post a news story on those feeds. And when you check your Facebook and Twitter, You just interact with the feeds you see popping up. Like them, love them, hate them, share them. The more engagement a story gets, the higher score it gets. We went from Friday to this morning, so that's 4 days worth of 3.5 days of time, giving us about 92 different stories to choose from. From there, we added them up, figure out what stories were more engaging, and we took the top 15 and picked 5 of those to present to you to talk to the rest of the world. Hopefully, the 5 we picked were the greatest ones. If you saw something over the weekend that you thought was a better story, just respond to us. I'm Jay Cleveland Payne on all the social medias. Talk to us and let me know what stories you might have liked to see better and what type of stories you want to see going forward in the future. Oh, by the way, teaser song for the morning, giving you the best I got. Going back to Nita Baker. Been listening to a lot of R&B 90s ladies doing their crooning, doing their soulful songs. And this one popped in on the radio yesterday, rolling back from church. So this one had to be the lead for this week. So more of these, more songs like this coming up, plus a few surprises that you might not think that I get into. But I'm a music nut. I like it all. So you'll see which one's going on. If you want to see or hear me drop out a music tease of a song in particular, just drop me a line as well, and we'll put it in there and get you the full attribution for all your hard work, just like you do for getting us the stories. Things you might not have heard for today, Monday, February 21st, 2022. My name, Jay Cleveland Payne. You can find me on the socials at Jay Cleveland Payne. You can find us here for the conversation at th_conversation on Twitter. And of course, this is a Conversation Project on Facebook. Thank you so much for being a part of what we do right here. We can't have conversations without you guys to have the conversations with. So with that, we're going to wrap it up, go back to work, get literally back to work, and get ready for tomorrow morning. Much shorter field to work from, about 30 stories over the course of one day, but we're going to give you the top ones that are the most conversational. And the cool thing is, you vet them first. You tell us the conversational, not the mainstream media. Not even me, technically. You guys put up there. Thank you so much. We're out. Do this again tomorrow.